Is David's backyard ready for the FIFA World Cup? Maybe he'll build it, like Beckham. Brilliant move here. David's going to the Home Depot for the assist. David can flip it like Rich. Paint it like Patricia. Deliver it like Dan.
My beehives. This is so relaxing.
David's backyard ready for the FIFA World Cup? Maybe he'll build it, like Beckham.
Or watch it all happen just like Josh.
Very happy to help. Flip it like Rich.
We are deep into stoppage time. Oh, they must be careful here. But hang on, they are checking it. It's going to be in the hands of the VAR. The goal has been They have felt everything it is possible to feel.
A safer Ontario means playgrounds with no drug injection sites nearby. It means fewer cars being stolen thanks to more police officers and prosecutors. New jails so criminals stay behind bars. Public spaces without encampments. And bail reform that protects our neighborhoods. We're making every corner of Ontario safer to make all of Ontario safer. That's how we protect Ontario.
But it does give them the opportunity sometimes when managers and coaches find it difficult to get a message across to players. Well, you can do that.
He obviously saw the Portuguese coach something that he felt he could put right with that kind of discussion. But what Spain have done, perhaps, in having to rely on his goalkeeper more times than he would have wanted to. Ruben Diaz. That's a great contest between those two.
Did well there, Cucurella, because Neto was after that, wasn't he? He's very quick, Pedro Neto. He gives them far more direct pace over on that side, but Cucurella is one of those defenders. He'll match anybody up and give as good as he gets.
Yeah, what Pedro Neto does, he speeds the game up, doesn't he? When he gets the ball, he's off.
He does. Yeah. Yep. He wants it in front of him. That's when he's at his best.
Was, as you were saying, Andy, a straightforward piece of running between the two players, and I can imagine Pedro Neto probably thinks that's his best way of getting the better of Cucurella. He's pretty rapid. Bushy haired left back. A lot of the games recently between these two have been drawn. 6 of the last 7 in regulation time. Moved away by Pedro Porro. So the knock forward by Ruben Diaz, who had to really exert himself to get a bit of power on the header. Now Vitinha. Now Cancelo. Now they're dropping deep to influence proceedings. The possession here, maybe that's the sort of thing that Roberto Martinez was emphasising. Look,
Patience,
yeah, a bit more patience.
Just keep it, yeah. Wait for that right moment to be decisive with a forward pass. You have to go backwards. Don't be afraid to. Lots of teams nowadays, we see Martin recycling the ball, going backwards, even go back as far as the goalkeeper at times.
Spain might be able to break here. Dani Olmo, for Lamine Yamal, or not quite for Lamine Yamal. There was a gap to try and find.
Do you know, Nuno Mendes didn't really know where Lamine Yamal was there. Arta Vega does really well to slide in and just intercept. Had there have been a little more pace on that ball from Dani Olmo, he would have been in and away. Yeah.
Vega into Pedro Neto territory. Anthony Taylor deciding in Cucurella's favour. Handball. Here's Kubasi. Now Dani Olmo. Pedro Porro can go down the outside here, and he does it steaming forward. That's his game. So one way to deal with Nuno Mendes is make him defend.
Yes. Great run, Pedro Porro there, really good. He actually does very well, Nuno Mendes, to recover, slide in and knock that one away. Another corner for Spain.
It's their turn to involve the blocking. It's work short, back to Pedro Porro, to the other fullback, Cucurella. By Pedri on the goalkeeper save, Dani Olmo with the header. There was improvisation by Diogo Costa. There's an offside flag in the end. I'm not quite sure which bit of play he flagged for.
I think it is Dani Olmo just there that Pau Kubasi is, who tries to get on the end of that, which made life very difficult there for Diogo Costa. Having to go with his foot, and he cushioned it right back into the path of Olmo, who couldn't get any real power on it, but would have been flagged anyway.
Foul on Ronaldo. Aymeric Laporte. Ball in France, of course, naturalised on the residence qualification for Spain. Been quite a talking point, where their countries of birth have been for the players who are not representing their countries of birth. How international football's had to adapt to that with the globalisation of the population. A fair bit of tenacity from Bruno Fernandes, but he showed it.
That's a bit of a shank from Laporte there. Got away with it.
It's a remarkable record for Unai Simon. 519 minutes before this game started, now conceding a goal. He's never been really regarded as an absolute top-class keeper. And yet, De La Fuentes, who obviously had him young in the underage teams, has been an absolute standout. Vega. I think they've got David Raya, who's just won the Premier League with Arsenal and the Champions League final. He's more of a footballing goalkeeper, if you understand what I mean.
I think that they've got great competition, Martin, haven't they? As you say, Unai Simon,
Vega.
Not always in everyone's top 10 of world goalkeepers, but does a great job for his team.
Oyarzabal still be ruining that missed chance, but with all good strikers, you forget about it in the end and think about the next one. Here's Yamal again for Dani Olmo. Has made a terrific run. Really caught Portugal out with his movement there.
Great play, brilliant work. He's very elusive, Dani Olmo. 1 minute he's running in behind Portugal's back line, then he's playing in the pocket in the number 10 position. Then he drops even deeper in front of Portugal's midfield, but no one's ever quite sure where he is.
Cucurella. And Baena working that left-hand side, away by Renato Vega. Portugal have to retreat again. Rodri. Now Pedro Porro. Lamine Yamal. Working with Pedri. Not really a gap for him to go through. And he tackled back. It looked fairly enough, but maybe not from Anthony Taylor's angle.
Yeah, Nuno Mendes got a foot in, so Lamine Yamal doing the right thing, wanting to pinch it back. Not a lot wrong with that, to be honest with you.
Cancelo, and him back to Diogo Costa.
Pressure again from Spain all round.
Just a little extra sharpness you feel, don't you, Andy, about Spain? Or
yeah,
maybe you see it differently?
No, look, there's not a lot in the game, Martin, but Spain are so tidy in possession. They're very, very good. Look, Portugal, certainly, also very capable, but Spanish team, there is a nice rhythm to what they do when they keep in possession.
The goalkeeper's ball. Talk about players from other countries. He was born in Switzerland. Diogo Costa. Obviously to a Portuguese family to allow the qualification. Ruben Dias. Well, Cucurella really took a chance there. Anything over the top of him, and Pedro Neto would have been sprinting away behind him.
Got better options, Spain, I think, Martin, when they're looking forward at the moment. Whether it be fullbacks getting in advanced positions, as Pedro Porro is here to the right of Kubasi, or people like Dani Olmo starting to become a little more influential. Bit of space.
João Neves struggling to find a way out. And Cancelo too, that could have been intercepted by Olmo. Cristiano Ronaldo. João Felix. Taken on by Vitinha. Advantage played by referee Taylor. João Neves. Cancelo. Bruno Fernandes. Cristiano Ronaldo is very good in the air still. So PJ Felix coming back, a clever try from Ronaldo to try and just knock it over his shoulder into an unguarded net. João Felix paid a price for his bravery getting to the ball, crashed into the hoardings. Look at Ronaldo now.
Yeah, Unai Simon there came for the initial cross and was floundering a little bit. He did well to get a fingertip on that. João Felix knocked back to Ronaldo and then make that stop. Ronaldo couldn't really get any power on it. Back to goal and facing the wrong way, but nice play from Portugal. Good work, João Felix at the back post. Didn't give it up. Kept believing he could keep it in, and that was almost a very useful situation for Portugal. But the goalie there stepped off his line to come and get it. If he does that, he's got to make sure he grabs it. Unfortunately, he wasn't quite aware of where he was.
Portugal's first attempt since the 12th minute. It was a very... you can get 40, 50, 60-year-olds, but you've still got pitches in your head like Cristiano Ronaldo had then, to see that the goal was... there was a chance of diverting the ball into the goal.
I mean, he'll always have that about him, Martin. Even when the legs perhaps aren't quite as powerful as they once were. His awareness, watch, decent ball in from Pedro Neto. Goalie a little bit all over the place, but does well to get back up and recover.
Pedro Neto is at the centre of an Anthony Taylor judgment that he's not quite in tune with. Will be dropped in Spain's direction.
It's a lot easier to get them boots on nowadays, Martin, isn't it? Hey, look. Just literally
like those,
slide your foot in.
Those slip-in trainers.
That's it, they are. Yeah.
They're designed for people your age. The boots are designed for Pedro Neto. And I've got 3 or 4 pairs here, so but not football boots. Here is Felix in the centre of attention again. Pedro Porro is going to get a talking to.
Yeah, he's giving as much chance as he possibly can, Anthony Taylor here. That's a little bit niggly from Pedro Porro. Fullback wanting to let a winger know exactly that he's there, but I don't think there'll be too many more before Anthony Taylor starts clamping down on a few of those. What a switch that is.
And what an anticipation by João Cancelo to realise that he set off and dictated the pass. Actually, he was on his bike. And this has been given as a corner. It might be one of those that will be checked.
Great run from João Cancelo. Portugal fullbacks, they can do that from first minute to last, charge up and down, not a problem for them.
Well, the boots now to Pedro Neto's liking. There's a congested goal area. Unai Simon will need to have a clear view of this, particularly if it's whipped in with pace.
I presume that chunk out the back of his boot is deliberate, Martin.
Yeah. We could go on all day about what the modern player does. I think there's an advantage to be gained. Scoring a goal is the best way to get an advantage. Off the bar. Nuno Mendes. Deflection along the way.
As soon as I saw the deflection, I thought it was in. Just a little bit too much room there for Nuno Mendes, who is not afraid to let fly from that sort of distance. Watch this, he hits this nice and hard, he really does. And it's Pedro Porro. You're always tempted to put something on it if you can, but it can often fly past your own goalkeeper.
It's disappearing from sight. Nuno Mendes will get purchase on the long throw, but Taylor has seen something which I think means the throw will be retaken.
Yeah, smart Cucurella went down, but I think Anthony Taylor had just seen them getting involved a little bit at the near post, so he's ordered the throw-in to be retaken.
And it's not a long throw on the retake. It's a cross, not the best one from Nuno Mendes. João Felix trying to win it back. And Lamine Yamal's away. Oyarzabal's up with him.
Great feet.
And he's still sitting on the ground expecting him to get the free kick. But Spain did have the ball, not quite in the most advantageous situation, but they've worked it back again. And is that a little trip? No.
It's really good defensive work from João Felix. Watch him look stride for stride, getting back and just getting an all-important foot in.
Not much margin for error there.
No, you haven't got long either, Martin. If you do receive that ball 40 yards from the opposition goal, it won't be long before someone is trying to pinch it off you. You've got to make that decision pretty quickly, what you're going to do with it.
Vega, Vitinha. João Felix actually emerged the last 10 minutes or so as quite a significant figure in the match, trying to push Portugal onwards, but doing his share in the opposite direction. Here's Bruno Fernandes got some space here. Ronaldo, maybe if he'd been a little bit more central, or the pass had taken him a bit more central, he might have shot from that range.
Yeah, that's his first thought all the time, Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, can he get a yard and get his shot away? Couldn't there, he's a long way up.
There's Pedro Neto. Coutinho. A number of these players were playing in the States last year with their club sides. Pedro Neto had a great tournament in the Club World Cup. He scored 3 goals. Chelsea won it. Nuno Mendes. Lamine Yamal, who I'm sure has been briefed about what he's going to do. He'd rather be doing what he nearly accomplished a couple of minutes ago. That should be the goalkeeper's ball, and it is. Competent from Unai Simon.
Yeah, nice work, neat and tidy, nice and clean with the catch. Ronaldo just hovering a little bit in behind Unai Simon, but good work.
Pedro Porro. Spain threatening, but Portugal not without a sign or two of a punch of their own. Here's Baena, Bucarea. Laporte takes over. Oh, Danny almost found space again and found Oyarzabal. Couldn't quite switch it. And then a hit and hope really from Rodri.
Yeah.
6 added minutes before half-time.
Yeah, there's a fan on the receiving end of that one from Rodri. I think you can see Dani Olmo on the right side of the screen there saying, let's keep the ball. Always tempting, Martin, midfield players, when you're in that shooting range. And then it's afterwards you either, or you often regret that perhaps you didn't just go wide and keep the pressure on. Just relieves all the pressure when you blast it over the bar.
I saw you blast plenty into the opponent's net, by the way.
I can tell you there was a good few that went over the top as well.
I did see some of those too. João Neves. And Ronaldo makes the run. Darting out in time was Unai Simon. Spain tried to act quickly from the goalkeeper's distribution, but Portugal get back very quickly. Alex Baena. Pedro Porro. Play it inside Nuno Mendes for Lamine Yamal. He did just that, but it was offside. It wouldn't have counted.
Good movement from him though. And I think he's got to mix it up with against Nuno Mendes. Look, decides to just dart in behind. Once you make that decision, you can't wait. I don't think Pedro Porro did a lot wrong there. He's just always a little too early and going to be offside, but that's better from him. He can have it to feet, but also skip in behind occasionally.
Spain, you sense, really looking to up it before the break here. They've got a free kick. Not a great angle for the challenge.
No. It's a long way out, this one, Martin. An awful long way out. I mean, we have seen them over the years. Previous World Cups, we've seen them fly in from this sort of range, but that's a long
By the way,
way.
that's a nice banner, isn't it? The legend versus the future. Ronaldo versus Lamine. Yes, but it is a ball that stays hit. We've emphasised that plenty of times. We've seen some wonderful goals struck from outside the penalty area. And plenty of headers as well. Might be more the latter route to an opening goal here. Well, that was actually on target, but maybe there was an offside on the initial knockback.
Well, the game's gone pretty much according to plan, hasn't it? It's very tight. It really is. The first goal in this one is going to be huge for whichever team is able to find it, but They both had their moments.
I think it could have been tighter, couldn't it? I mean,
Yep.
I was telling Andy before the game, a very good friend in Portuguese football said, be prepared for a long game, hinting that there would be a lot of caution involved. There's been sensible defensive play, but creativity hasn't been off the menu. Angled on by Nuno Mendes. João Neves. There's another of the Paris Saint-Germain players involved in this game. Now Felix has a nice idea just to reverse it back. It's got too much on it.